If your discipline feels boring, repetitive, and painfully normal, congratulations. That's exactly why it works. Most people don't quit because it gets hard. They quit because it gets boring. Not the kind of boring where you have nothing to do, but the kind where nothing exciting happens. No big results show up fast. No one claps. No one notices. It's just you doing the same small things again and again, hoping they'll eventually add up to something real. That's the part nobody likes to talk about, because boring doesn't feel powerful. Boring doesn't feel like progress. Boring feels like you're stuck, like you're doing all the work and absolutely nothing is changing. But here's the truth. Boring is where discipline lives. And discipline is what builds the life that most people say they want, but never actually create. Motivation is loud, but it doesn't last. Motivation feels good, but it fades. Motivation shows up when things are new, when the plan feels exciting, when you can picture the outcome clearly. But motivation rarely stays when the work becomes repetitive. Discipline is different. Discipline isn't about feeling ready. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. That's why discipline looks so boring from the outside. It looks like showing up on a random Tuesday. It looks like doing the workout when you're tired. It looks like saving money instead of spending it. It looks like working on your goals when absolutely no one is watching. And that's exactly why it works. Because real, lasting results don't come from a few big, heroic moments. They come from small, simple actions, repeated consistently over time. And those actions almost always feel boring while you're doing them. Think about it. Getting in shape isn't about one heroic workout. It's about hundreds of normal workouts. Building a career isn't one lucky break. It's years of showing up, building skills, and doing the work when you'd rather do something easier. Becoming mentally stronger isn't about one single motivational quote. It's practicing self-control every single day, even when life feels stressful. And none of that looks exciting in the moment. That's why most people never stick with it. They're waiting for the work to feel inspiring. They're waiting for progress to feel dramatic. They're waiting for some magical moment where it finally gets easy. But for most goals worth achieving, it doesn't get easy. It gets normal. And that's where discipline wins. Discipline turns what was hard into a routine. It turns struggle into a habit. It turns effort into part of your identity. Because once something becomes part of who you are, you don't need motivation anymore. You don't need a big speech. You don't need to be in the perfect mood. You just do it because that's what you do. That's why discipline is so boring, yet so powerful. It doesn't rely on emotion. It relies on consistency. And in our modern world, consistency is a superpower. Most people are distracted. They start, they stop. They start again, and they stop again. They chase quick wins, quick fixes, and quick motivation. They want results fast, so they jump from one plan to another, hoping something will finally click. But real growth doesn't happen through constant switching. It happens through staying with the boring process long enough for it to actually work. This is why discipline feels boring. It doesn't give you instant rewards. It gives you delayed rewards. And delayed rewards are hard for most of us to commit to. It takes patience to keep going when you can't see the progress yet. It takes self-control to keep doing the work when you don't feel like it. It takes maturity to stay consistent when no one is around to praise you. But that's also why discipline completely changes your life. Because the person who can stay consistent in silence can build something real and lasting. And when you truly understand this, you stop looking for excitement. Stop needing the work to feel good every single day. You stop expecting progress to feel dramatic. Instead, you accept the boring days as part of the price of admission. You accept that discipline is showing up, doing the work, and going home. Over and over again. It's not because it feels amazing, but because it matters. So if you're in a season where everything feels boring, and you're tempted to quit, remember this. Boring doesn't mean you're failing. Boring means you're in the process. And the process is where most people leave. That's why discipline works. Because while everyone else is out chasing excitement, you're quietly stacking progress. One day at a time. One rep at a time. One small decision at a time. Then one day you'll look back and realize the boring days were the days that built you. Right? Not the big moments. Not the hype. Not the motivation. The discipline. The quiet work. The consistency. And that's why it works. Thanks for watching.